Wilhelm. Batting 7th, the first baseman, Marisara Landa. Batting 8th, the center fielder, Katie Thompson. And batting 9th, the designated player, Arissa Zajac. The starting pitcher is Maddie Cole. Their assistant coach is Caitlin Taylor, and the head coach is Kay Laney Bryan. Now for the Neosho Panthers lineup. Leading off, the left fielder, Brinley Bancroft. Hitting second, the third baseman, Emma West. Batting third, the designated player, Addison Easter. Batting fourth, the catcher, Braxton Stainbrook. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Caitlin Myers. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Ainsley Morris. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Lainey Howard. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Carson McHugh. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Jessica Petrick. The starting pitcher is Eleanor Reich. Assistant coach Taylor and head coach Kim Alexander.
And with that, we want to welcome everybody in. Our third of 4 games that we're covering here in the 2024 NJCAA Region 6 Division II softball tournament at Lake Shawnee Sports Complex. Dylan Funk alongside Dennis Drennan and Brendan Bolin. And we first 2 games taking place on the consolation side of the bracket. We just saw the Blue Devils and Cowley College face off against each other. The Blue Devils winning that game 6-2, and the Cavaliers just eliminating Allen out of the tournament by a score of 6-1. So now in this game, the winner is going to automatically move on to the championship game that will be taking place, at least game 1 of it will be taking place tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then the game after this to close it out for Thursday will be Johnson County against Kansas City, Kansas. The winner of that will go to the consolation finals where they will take on the loser of this game here between the Greyhounds of Fort Scott and the Panthers of Neosho County. The Greyhounds will be the visitors here in this game. They flip to decide who's going to be home and away. We just learned that not too long ago. So Greyhounds will come up to bat first. Pingle, Rivas, and Paisley will be due up. Excuse me. Will be Neosho, actually. So they, you know, I lose track. We roll along. We go with it. One thing we can promise though, Neosho and Fort Scott taking place right here, right now. First pitch from Cole is into Bancroft, and it is low for ball 1.
And Dylan, this is going to be a great game. 2 very great squads coming up against each other.
This one popped up, and that is going to drift out of play and foul. Pitch in, that misses the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike, and they count. Bancroft.
Hey, Dennis, the weatherman down there, wind started to disappear a little bit. It still blows from here and there, but
well,
it's kind of slowed down.
Slowed down a whole 1 mile an hour. However, it is now 75 degrees.
Get close into the heat of the day, just approaching 4:30. 3-1 pitch from Cole is swung on and can't be scooped up by the third baseman, and it's just going to go in, even in on the infield, and Bancroft is on.
Now batting third baseman number 3, Emma West.
Yeah, still 15 miles an hour, Phyllis, out of the northwest. Still coming in from right center.
Joey bunt. Gobbling up Cole. Throw to first and beats it up the line safe. Throw to second. She's back safe there as well. And the Panthers already in business. The first 2 batters reaching the board safely.
And man, if you can get 2 quick runners on like that, quite the great fashion, I mean.
It's a good start.
It's a good start. It gives you momentum early for your offense to feel like they can start producing something here.
Interesting to see. That looks like a bunt.
This one up
Foul
the
ball.
first base line. All plate umpire very emphatically shouting foul ball.
You talked about it last game, Dylan. Both these teams with a mindset of winning, you're in the championship. They're going to be playing hard, even if it's foul or fair.
No doubt about it. Another bunt put down, a little small ball here from the Panthers, and that's an error as it just misses her glove, and it goes out in the foul ground. Everyone's going to advance up, and the Panthers already on top 1-0. Bancroft comes in to score.
I can tell you what happened right there. She took a peek at the runner before she got the ball in her glove. That's definitely an error on the first baseman.
Yeah, now coach is going to come out and talk to them. They've got to settle in here.
Reminiscent of Johnson County starts, having slow starts in this tournament so far. You can't really afford to do that against a good team. Two more RBIs out there and still nobody out.
Still 2 more RBI chances out for the Panthers. Nobody gone. Healthy cut, just can't connect on the first pitch to Steinbrook, the catcher. 0-1 count.
That was a nice cut there, just ran high on her.
Yeah, her job is to get that run home, so she needs to get a fly ball deep enough to score. She's going to bunt it. That was a safety squeeze. She was trying to bunt for a hit there. There's no other way, no other reason for that, unless it's a safety squeeze, and it was not.
Runners will stay put at second and third off of it. Definitely an interesting choice there, but
yeah, they gave up an out for nothing.
Oh.
I don't understand that bunt.
Righty versus lefty as Myers steps in now. Perfect. She sees on the way down the pipe in there for strike one.
And I want to add on to what you were saying there, Dennis. Fort Scott, whenever they made that last year, they were peeking at the runner. They're still peeking at the runners quite often. So I think Neosho can say they have Fort Scott on their toes here early.
Yeah, if you get a ground ball and you're an infielder here, unless it's on the right side, you want to look that runner back.
Next pitch taken high, 2 balls, 1 strike. Myers working in the count. Morris, the shortstop, on deck. Panthers got 2 runners in scoring position, 1 run already coming across.
Big hole up the middle. And that's just where she put it.
Right up the middle. That's going to plate 1. Second one on the way. Throw coming in. It's a good one. Tag is on. She is out.
She got too greedy there.
Yeah, I guess the coach center.
Yeah,
I don't think she ran.
I believe so.
She didn't run through the stop sign. No, she didn't, because coach acknowledges.
That was Easter. West came in to score easily, and they rounded Easter around third, and she is gunned down at the plate. Good job by the Greyhounds getting it back in. However, now with 2 gone, still have 1 runner in scoring position.
Yeah, but the thing that's big about that is they would have had runners at second and third with only 1 out. And now there's just runners at second, and it's going to take a hit to get them in. Very tentative swing there. Yeah, you want to be careful. You don't run yourself out of an inning. That was an ill-advised chance at the plate from Neosho.
Oof. Big cut there.
Yep.
High the count, see if you can get something here.
Oh, nice stop right there.
Third baseman skipped over to first, and she will be safe. And the Greyhounds just cannot seem to help themselves here right now in the top half.
Oh, right now that cost the Neosho squad a
Now
run.
second baseman number 8, Laney Howard.
Fort Scott's infield seems definitely a little antsy to start.
Yeah. Early inning jitters.
We talked about the nerves of those teams playing in the consolation brackets. If you lose and you're gone from the tournament, you still got one game to spare, but you also, it's a much tougher road. If you just win this, you're automatically in the championship game, and you just got to win one of your next 2
Yep.
to punch your ticket to the JUCO World Series. 1-1 count. Now this is going to be Howard, the 7th Panther to come to the plate. And
Got
they
her.
got her out at second. What a throw on the backstop, Stainbrook. Excuse me. Ragsdale. What a throw, gunning her out. 2 runs coming across for the Panthers. Bottom half of the first coming up next.
Off for the Greyhounds, left fielder number 13, Grace Pingle.
Pingle, Rivas, and Paisley, the 3 due up here. First time we'll get to see the Greyhounds at the dish. Coming off the upset win in their last time out, 9-6 over Johnson County. Cavaliers still alive in the tournament, knocking out Allen in the Red Devils by a score of 6-1. Just in the game before this. The Greyhounds have kind of under the radar, have really put together a great 2024 campaign. A big swing and miss on that breaking pitch had her fooled. 0-2.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, she had her fooled really badly on that one. Nice backhand. Oh,
and slipped out on the transfer.
not sure she would have gotten her anyway, but
And now batting for Fort Scott, the second baseman number 2, Peyton Rivas.
There's Pingle now on at first base, sophomore. Bunt put down here by Rivas, starting at second base as he goes foul.
the Greyhounds playing a little small ball here. See if the bunt's still on. It is. Nice job.
Third baseman came soaring in out of nowhere, gets it plenty of time over to first base for the out.
Yeah, when you see her square like that, if you're the third baseman, your job is to charge. She did it just right.
Next up is
Was
shortstop
wasted
number
no
3,
time on it, just came soaring in out of nowhere. Like you said, textbook, just like they teach them. Now Paisley, shortstop, will step in. The first run of the game for the Greyhounds in scoring position. First pitch is down low for ball 1.
I think if Fort Scott, your job here is to just drive in this run on second.
And you don't need to get both runs back here. If you definitely just get that one in scoring position, you're going to feel pretty good about yourselves heading down to the first. Do one count now to Paisley.
Nice breaking pitch. I think she wanted to hit that bottom part of the zone. Just
stayed just a little low.
Yeah, just bounced up in the turf there.
Usually leading the team in at-bats and doubles on the season. Takes the call there for strike 2. Thought it was ball 4, starting to make her way back up the first base line.
Borderline. Too close to take, though.
Here comes the next pitch. Swings at it just off the end of the bat. Not going to be enough to leave the yard. Left fielder back on it, able to bring it in. And Pangol will stay put at second base. Now 2 gone.
Good job hitting the cutoff at short.
It's a very quick throw to short, too. So props to the outfield from Neosho.
Avery Ragsdale.
They know this, I should say, energetic Fort Scott squad is probably eager to get a run in. Replicate what Neosho did that last half inning.
Now Ragsdale digs in, the backstop. Gun the runner trying to steal second in the top half of the inning to wrap it up, and can make another clutch play here for Fort Scott. She can bat in that run, and she makes contact. It goes out into left. They're going to send her around. The throw's coming in. It's cut off.
They're going to give up the run. Smart play. Keeps the tying run out of scoring position. That was just fundamental softball right there.
That was for the Greyhounds, the right fielder, number 4.
Big RBI single for Ragsdale with 2 gone in the inning. Pulled it right up the third base line, landing inside the chalk. Good job by Neosho getting it in quickly. Now brings in Hance, the right fielder.
This is why Neosho is one of the favorites coming in. They play really fundamentally sound across the board, and they know when to produce. And their pitching, I mean, it's been pretty solid this season.
Finishing second in the conference, just 1 game behind Johnson County as the Cavaliers claim their 3rd straight KJCCC conference championship.
Yeah. They thought it was strike 3.
They did.
They did.
Home plate umpire saying foul ball. Stays in an 0-2 count. Next pitch on the way. Goes down low for it. Going to be a tough play, and the throw over to first is not going to be in time. Just enough touch on that ball to get over the mitt of the pitcher, and not enough time for short to crash in and try to make the play over at first.
I feel like we're going to visit led by the catcher here. I think Fort Scott's finally starting to find their groove with an out to spare.
A good answer here in the bottom of the first for Fort Scott after seeing those 2 runs put up in the top half for the Panthers, and not being rattled, not feeling panic coming out. They've already got 1 across, and still another chance. Tying run in scoring position over at second. Go-ahead run is on base as well over at first.
I will say, if you're mad about leaving 2 on in this inning, I wouldn't be mad at all. You got some momentum going early. You just need to capitalize it here in the next few innings if you only get 1 here and leave 2 on if you're Fort Scott.
Count out to 1-1 on Wilhelm, the third baseman. This pitch is on the way low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Trying to go back to the well and not getting her to chase. Now the count up to 3-1.
Danger of loading the bases here.
And now we'll have a quick time here as the rest of the infield, and now they're being told to retreat back. So just the pitching coach and the pitcher and the catcher inside the circle right now, talking it out, trying to settle her in. 1 ball away from potentially walking the bases loaded. It's a nice little 2-out rally the Greyhounds got going for them. And again, a chance and a potential spot in the championship game is on the line here. So a lot at stake, but these are the kind of games that you want to play, and you want to have this pressure. You want to try to build up as much momentum as you can and punch your ticket to move forward because, this is obviously what you're training for. This whole entire, the off season, you're playing hard through the regular season. It's to play in these kind of games, so don't shy away from it. You got to embrace it.
That's what it's all about.
Also having fun with it as well. I mean, Fort Scott before the game, they're playing volleyball on the field. Like, you got to have some fun while you're here.
Yeah, we had volleyball in front of the Fort Scott dugout, pass it around in a circle, and then hacky sack in front of the Neosho dugout. So both teams doing a great job, keeping their minds just loose and just like you said, Brent, just having fun with it. Out of all the teams in the conference, only 8 got to qualify for this tournament.
Oh,
and that one just sneaks inside the line. It is fair, going all the way down to the corner. And when this throw comes in, the Greyhounds will have the lead 3-2.
Big hit right there.
Big 2 RBI double for Wilhelm.
And that ball was smoked down the line.
And that's what you call an answer to quite a big sting. Fort Scott a little shaken defensively there to start at the inning, but the bats have really responded. Dennis, we've got quite the ball game here early.
We do.
Way early, I should say. It's only the first inning.
Already a lot of action.
Game keeps going like this. I think it's going to be really safe to assume at this point that Johnson County and Kansas City, Kansas game, it will not be starting at 6 o'clock. It's probably closer to 7 o'clock. So we're in for the long haul here at Lake Shawnee Sports Complex.
Maybe 8 o'clock if we go to extras. I know that's definitely a long stretch, but
now let's keep it.
If we're throwing times out there.
Now this one gets away from Stainbrook, the catcher. That's going to let Wilhelm to go ahead and move up 60 feet to third. Big potential inning brewing here for the Greyhounds. They've stormed back, have taken the lead for the first time. Panthers will have a chance to answer in the top of the second. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 gone. Next one on the way off the plate. Landa, the 7th batter to come to the plate for Fort Scott.
And another full count.
She was trying to fool the pitcher there on showing bunt. Do it again. Yep. That's really messing with her. That still gives more life for this Greyhound squad.
Neosho only needs 1 out to get out of this thing.
But Fort Scott showing no signs of slowing down here.
Well, a little bit of a pickle here. Here we go. Landa is stuck, and she gets the tag applied.
Nope.
No
does
run.
not score.
Run does not score at home plate, so it stays a 3-2 ball game. Greyhounds, what an answer. What a first inning. More coming up next. Action-packed first inning. Let's see what the next 6 have in store for us here. Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Boland and Dennis Drennan. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Panthers. Howard, McHugh, and Petrick.
If you're Fort Scott here, you're facing the bottom of the order and you're just taking the lead. You got to really knuckle down defensively here.
First pitch swinging and fouled off at the third base line. Neosho 35-14 in the regular season, 16-4 in conference, and one of the better offensive teams as well. A slash line of 323 and a 1.043 team OPS with 106 home runs collected this regular season.
That's a bunch.
That is by far best in the conference. I'd be going, I would go even as far to say that's got to be close to some kind of conference record for most home runs by one team in a season. Next pitch on the way, downstairs, 2-1.
Fort Scott's pitch is getting a little frustrated. Last when she slapped the ball in her glove, she's really visibly frustrated, I'd say. The calls, not getting the outside corners there. Needs to buckle down here and find something. There we go.
Good off-speed pitch at her, really full.
You see her also wiping that right hand on that towel. She's got tucked into the back pocket or tied up around the belt. Trying to do anything, trying to get his best grip on that ball as she can. 2-2 pitch, outside, doesn't chase, 3-2.
Definitely looks like she wanted to, Dylan. She was just in that motion and caught herself before not going, so.
Their team pretty full of disciplined batters in Neosho. 3-2, and swing and a miss, and the first strikeout collected for Cole as they throw down to first in time, make it official.
And that's the type of tempo you want to set. Start off this half inning, Dennis.
Yep. Getting that leadoff hitter.
First batter retired, top half of the inning for Maddie Cole. She'll now face McHugh, the right fielder. His first pitch held off and just outside, ball 1. And I thought I'd heard the umpire give the kind of little grunt that they give for a strike call. 1-0's on the way. That one's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oof. Another nasty breaking pitch.
Had quite some backspin on it, forced her to chase it outside.
308 average on the season for Carson McHugh. 20 hits in total collected, 13 RBIs.
Cole thought she could make McHugh bite on that outside corner this time up. There, hopefully I'm thinking Dennis maybe buckle down inside corner.
Yep. She went out again. Got her to chase.
We'll make it back-to-back strikeouts to start this top half of the second inning for Maddie Cole. 2 up, 2 down. Now to the 9-hole hitter, Petrick.
That's what you want to do when you're facing 7, 8, 9. Set them down.
She's doing it in dominant fashion.
.370 average in the regular season for Petrick. It's only 1 extra base hit. That's just being a lone triple. Down here in the 9th spot in the order. 1-0 pitch is upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes to start this at bat.
That tells me definitely that she's somebody who can at least get on base, and then you can trust your top of the order to bring him in.
Bunt played, fair ball down to first. Tried to use the speed, got him by a half a step. Good throw over to first, and the Panthers held scoreless in the top of the second. It stays a Fort Scott 1-run lead. There we go. Welcome back, bottom of the second inning, and already a pitcher change. Number 33, Logan Cates is in for the Panthers. As day was not long for Eleanor Reek. 2.04 ERA on the season, 35 and a third innings pitched for Cates.
That's a low ERA.
41 strikeouts and 9 walks.
Got her set up 0-2.
She's been really good at getting hitters behind counts all season.
Yields an opposing batting average to 181. This one slapped on the right side, taken in over at second. Oh, almost off the bag. It took her off. It could not apply the tag. My goodness, we have seen plenty of throwing errors over at first base today.
On both sides.
Yes.
Now batting for the Greyhounds, the designated player number 11, Arissa Zajac.
Bunt, put down. It just slaps the tag on her. And now it's back to second. They might have doubled them up, and they did.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. How about that?
Another base running error.
And just call it a wash. An error first committed by the Panthers, and now a base running error just committed by Fort Scott. After all of that, now we're down to just 2 outs.
Number 13, Grace Pingle.
Zajac tried to move her over with a sacrifice bunt. They put the tag on her, and then Thompson rounding around the second base bag. And heads up play by Myers, crashing down from first base for Neosho.
Fort Scott's been a little too greedy on the base pass to start this game. You can't be having that early on. But how about Neosho? They've been high IQ all day to start this game.
Shows to go right there, one of the top teams in the conference and the 2 seed in this tournament.
You can't ask for a much better start, only despite being down 1.
Bengals slaps at that one. It goes foul. 1 for 1, a single. Came around to score. And a 3-run bottom of the first inning for the Greyhounds.
Big swing.
Elevated swing and a miss. It gets the out there. Greyhounds. Costly mistake. It was a big double play. How about the old 3-6 or 3-4, however that ended up going down. But after 2, go top of the third inning. Panthers back up to bat. And a close game right now, 3-2. Greyhounds on top of the Panthers as we go back to the top of the order. Bancroft will lead it off, 1-for-1, single, also came around to score. First pitch swinging out into right. Right fielder is there. We're out number 1.
Go, first quick out.
Always important to keep that leadoff hitter off base if you can. Statistics prove it out.
This one go fell back your way, Dennis, or just a little to the right of you.
Yeah, a fine play by a fan. Probably a parent.
There you go.
Got a good turnout here.
I imagine the crowd.
Oh man.
Yes, that missed inside.
Wow. I was thinking the same thing as you.
So was the pitcher.
So was a lot of people. This one shot taken by the third baseman, throw across the way, and she made it out.
Nice. Great hustle.
Just a nice, solid infield hit.
Yeah, if you're an infielder, you can't waste any time. You've got to get it fired across the diamond because these 60-foot bases doesn't take long to get down there.
You run out of real estate pretty quick.
Yeah, sure do.
If it will, maybe got to find a way to maybe try to come in on that a little bit more. But
yeah,
also, you just got to credit the speed of West.
Well, the problem with that one was she had to wait on the hop, or she'd have been caught in between, and that's a really tough play. But that's the only way she could have got her. She'd have come in and played the short hop. She's playing pretty deep at third, way behind the bag.
Not sure if Neosho is looking to try and slap bunt here. Wonder if it is in case Dennis. The bunt does produce a short hop.
Yeah, sometimes it does, but the ones that are hit hard, the short hops will handcuff you more often than not.
I think they're looking runner here at first. Cole's really got to dial in here now. She's got a 3-1 count against her.
Yep. You don't want to give her a walk.
Easter reached with an error last at bat. That one
Yeah.
she takes. First strike, too.
Might have been a makeup call. They say they don't do that, but sure looked like it.
3-2 pitch from Cole. That one.
Yeah.
Her ball for her. Saw her tapping the glove a couple of times. Really wishing she had that pitch back.
Yeah. Walking the tying run into scoring position.
I think she just needs an inning like she did last time. Get yourself a strikeout in here and you'll be in great frame of mind. That one to go.
Stainbrook in there, almost looking like workman gloves that she has on for batting gloves.
They do.
I believe those are Bruce Bolt gloves, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Gets a good hold at this one. Skied out into left. And Stanley under bringing it in for out number 2 is Pingle.
Not deep enough to advance the runners. Tying run still at second base.
For the Panthers, number 16, Caitlin Myers.
Back up to Myers, 1-for-1 with the single. Left stranded at second base last time up. Tying run for the Panthers in scoring position at second base. In a day in both of our games so far, we really haven't seen a whole lot of stranded runners by any of the teams that we've had. Panthers trying to capitalize here, tie this game up. Myers looking to deliver. Next pitch on the way from Cole. Swings at it, slicing out into center, drifting back on it on the warning track. Up
Nice
and
play.
able to bring it in right in front of the fence. Well done out in center. Grab on the run by Thompson. And the tying run stranded at second for Neosho. Greyhounds still lead 3-2. Go.
For just the last millisecond there. I was trying to time it right.
It's all good. You've been doing great. Dylan Funk here with you. Brendan Bolin running our production. Also filling out some color commentary. We got Dennis Drennan out. He's out. He's like man on the street today. He's out. He's in the bleachers, and he's working the cameras for us. Got a great crew working with us here. Day 2 in JCAA Region 6 Division II softball tournament.
Man of the people and the favorite amongst our crew.
This
Nicely done.
one will get down and by the center fielder all the way to the wall, and she'll hold up at second base is Rivas.
We've had a lot of fun today. We've got to see a lot of good softball played.
Well, that's exactly what you would expect in a tournament like this. And these two teams, it had the making of being a great one, and that's exactly what we've gotten so far. Now Fort Scott a chance to add on to their one-run lead on the leadoff double from Rivas. That'll bring in Paisley 0 for 1 with the fly out to left.
Just a quick note, Dylan. I mentioned the Bruce Bolt gloves last inning.
Yep.
The mitts are also another craze that trended in both sports. It's definitely a great invention for the sport as well. Keeps your wrist straight and not, wanting to bend whenever you try and slide into a base straight on.
Hey, Dennis, imagine if they had all this nice equipment for you back in your playing days.
Yeah.
All these years ago.
I'd have had fewer broken fingers.
There were no such thing as oven mitts when you were trying to go in and steal a bag.
No, you'd have got beat up at recess if you put one of those on.
I feel like Dennis would be the one to have like the double arm sleeves, the eye black. I mean, he would have rocked all the equipment.
Eye black, maybe. I don't know about double arm sleeves.
No.
So it's popped up. It's going to stay in.
Oh.
Scrape off the netting and foul. 0-2 count to Paisley. Yeah.
They didn't even have batting gloves. Well, I played, fellas.
So you just put some stickum on your hands and you win.
We didn't even have stickum. You just put dirt on your hands.
Just use the dirt and the
Yeah.
callus. That's all you had.
That's right.
Yeah, you normally see batting gloves nowadays. Or you could see people like Joey Wendell with no batting gloves,
Well,
looking like Lou Gehrig out there.
Yeah, you can look back at all those old timers. There wasn't a single one of them had a batting glove on. George Brett never wore a batting glove. And he had over 3,000 hits. He used the stickum, though.
He did.
Shohei Ohtani uses batting gloves, though.
Yeah. He's new school. Brett's old school.
That's true. Mr. Royal himself.
Yep. Just love watching him play.
And besides the equipment, the new evolution of both these games is the velocity is going to go up.
Oh, yeah.
Now this one gets away. So not only will the count be full at 3-2, and now Rivas got the free pass, moves up 60 feet. Makes things a little bit easier for Paisley at the plate here.
Ground ball to the right side or a fly ball. Should probably plate that run.
That's more insurance for Fort Scott, if you will.
Oh, good job. Oh, stayed on the base.
Had to hold your breath a little bit there if
Yes,
you're a
you did.
Neosho fan. It was scalded over into the hot corner, and it was gobbled up over there by West. I thought she was going to go and put the tag on. She threw over to first in time there, got a Panther slow.
I think that
to
was
get
the
up
first
here.
baseman.
Yeah, that's Myers. And maybe when she came back down, might have tweaked something. She had to go up a little bit to get that softball. Came down on the bag. And
Yeah, she twisted. I think she may have rolled an ankle when she came back down
we'll
on
see.
the edge of the bag,
They're slowing play up right now, going out to tender. And
pointing to her foot.
knowing at this point in the season, it's going to take a lot to bring Myers out of the game. She's one of, and that's exactly it. Telling the trainer, get back in the dugout. I'm fine. We're going to roll.
Well, not in the dugout. They have a canopy back there.
Just going to rub some dirt on it or
Yeah,
rubber pellets, whatever.
all of
Whatever
these
you can rub.
newfangled fields that we have nowadays, dirt is a thing of the past for baseball and softball players. You can't rub any dirt on it unless you bring your own.
You would be that guy to bring your own dirt.
I would.
to it.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Dennis. I had to bring a lot of biofreeze when I played soccer. That's the new dirt now.
Yeah. Closest thing we had was horse liniment and Ben Gay. Believe me, we used a lot of horse liniment.
This is going off the rails almost. My goodness. Got to retreat back, and she does, as Rivas.
Shortstop for the Panthers doing a good job covering third base there.
This is what we call Dennis the favorite.
He's a hoot. 1-2 count. Next pitch on the way again.
Another
right
nice
to
job.
her over at third. Now she'll come down the line trying to score. Got the hand in there.
Oh,
She is
good.
safe.
She pulled a Eric Hosmer.
The mad dash home. You're right, partner.
We're bringing out all the references today. I mean,
Now batting.
Had a lot of Royals
Ellie
references
Camp.
too.
They are my favorite team.
Rivas comes down the line to score on the ground out from Ragsdale. Just how you draw it up. It's now a 4-2 Fort Scott lead. 0-2 gone. Bases are empty for Hance. 1 for all with the single. Also had a run scored.
try to get her to chase there. Just got out of the hand.
Control starting to maybe get a little bit away from Cates here.
I definitely wouldn't want to use another pitcher. I'd try and see how long Cates can go, and then if things start completely falling off the rails here for Neosho, I'd go to another arm.
I think, and that's the big difference in the game, in the first 2 games, where if you were to lose, you're eliminated. In a game like this, where you still have 1 loss to spare, even though you obviously don't want to use it, but that mindset, it does help a little bit when it comes to the pitching. Leave them out there a little bit, maybe try to figure it out. You don't want to make a big panic move. And considering Cates was brought into this game, she didn't get the start.
Right.
And who knows what the other arms and what kind of shape they're in after playing 2 games yesterday. So
The catcher and Case talking there, and it looked to me like maybe the catcher was she was confused on the call for the pitch.
that's a beeline that's getting out of here quick, fast, and in a hurry. Off the roof of somebody's car and foul.
Yeah, I think she was crossed up on that pitch. And another full count. We've seen a lot of full counts this game.
Pitch counts driving up high for everybody. 3-2 on the way from Cates. Ball 4 up around the chin level. And the inning will stay alive on a 2-out walk for Hance.
Now hitting number 21.
Now we'll have a brief stoppage here. Stainbrook will go out trying to talk with her pitcher. Rest of the infield coming in. A little bit of a team powwow inside the circle for the Panthers. Currently down 2 runs to the Greyhounds. Look to hold on and move on to the finals, as we'll go on to play tomorrow. The winner of this game will play tomorrow at 2 o'clock. If they were to win that game, they punch their ticket to Spartansburg for the national championship tournament. If they were to lose that one, then we'll go to a sudden death game at noon this Saturday, where winner takes all.
That's why it's, if you're one of these teams in this game right here, winning this is a huge leg up on winning this tournament, because you're going to be able to be in the sitting back and waiting for everybody to beat each other up on the backside to get back to you.
And it's also one less game that you have to play.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll be rested.
Just getting a piece straight back into the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
She was right on that pitch. She just missed it.
Oh, and a throw to first. She got away for a moment, able to scamper back in time as Hance. Not that. So we've already seen 1 base running error on the day from Fort Scott.
They've been quite jumpy today.
Yeah. Knuckle buster there, straight up into the air and brought in by Stainbrook, the 3rd and final out. Greyhounds add 1 more to their lead. It's a 4-2 ball game as we go to the 4th.
All right, I got to go.
Leading off the inning for
Do you?
Neosho, the shortstop number 13,
Oh.
Andrew Clark.
Don't go in there, Dennis.
Hey, you guys are in charge of the buttons up there.
Here. By you guys, you're talking about Brendan.
Yes.
Already top of the 4th inning in a 4-2 ball game. Greyhounds on top of the Panthers. Patty Cole still doing work inside the circle.
And she's not been ready to go yet. She's been having good innings. She's had a couple bad innings, but mostly she's been pretty solid and been a mainstay for this Fort Scott squad.
So far able to keep the damage to a minimum.
Just allowing those 2 runs back in the first, like the back-to-back singles of the first 2 batters she's faced, and a couple of errors as well. 2 errors in the first inning committed by Fort Scott, so that didn't help her by any means.
No.
But she's been able to settle in. Back-to-back scoreless, looking to make it 3 in a row here in the top half of the 4th.
Oof. Where was that pitch? Wow.
Tried to go high inside corner. I think it just ran a bit too inside there.
I think it was so good it fooled the umpire.
2-2 pitch skips in, kept in front by Ragsdale. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Got our own personal umpire here too.
He did umpire a little bit back in the day, so.
I did.
3-2 pitch on the way from Cole. Winds and delivers. And shot almost hitting the teammate. Almost Panther on Panther crime there as that's Howard in the batter circle. Almost got beamed with that one. She's going to take a couple of steps back and says, I think I'll just hang out over here. I'll be good. Now she's going to step back in there. You like to see it.
Oh,
Breaking
nice.
pitch.
What?
Gets away for
Ooh,
ball
wow.
4.
Man, oh, man.
Tell you,
All right, Gene, what'd you see down there?
Morris was fired up on that walk.
Next up, number 8, Laney Howard.
When I was saying Gene, I meant you, Dennis.
Oh,
I was referencing Gene's territory.
I see.
First pitch swinging, fouling it off
I'll
for
tell you-
Howard.
Tell you, the best comeback I ever had from an umpire when I played ball was I was out on a close play. I thought I was safe. He called me out, and I said, I don't think that's right. He says, young man, I may not be right, but I am official.
This one got away for second, a throw to second base, and she'll slide in safely.
No more truer words have been said.
Yep.
I mean, that's the right mindset when you really think about it. You're going into that profession, that's the way you got to think. Bunt, put down, got a piece of her, so rolled foul.
I understand that, but trying to get that runner to third with less than 2 out, but you're still down by 2. See if they leave it on here. Now there's 2 strikes.
Yeah, she was trying to bunt to the first base side there, hopefully moving that runner 60 to third.
I think definitely something, trying to catch the defense off guard and maybe trying to use the speed, beat up the line, but she'll put it in play right in front of the right fielder that had to hold up Morris in between to make sure it was going to fall. So now runners at the corners for Neosho and didn't have to sacrifice an out to get that runner over 60 feet closer. Still nobody out.
Now batting number 11, Carson McHugh.
Yeah, now we're going to have a mound meeting as Cole's really starting to I think coach has got to get her under control here. Got him in quiet, dangerous spot there. Runners on the corners.
Nobody out.
Still nobody out.
The big inning that maybe the Panthers have been looking for since they put up 2 back in the first. Down by 2. Batter coming up next in McHugh represents the go-ahead run.
Infield for the Greyhounds playing back. They'll give up a run for a double play.
McHugh 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Shows bunt, pulls away last second, and takes for ball 1. Everybody's all right down there.
Quite a commotion down there.
1-1 away from Cole, showing bunt again.
She bunted at it, so the throw to second cut off by the second baseman there.
They're pretty smart too. Now
Yeah.
wanting the runner from third to try to run down the line, a mad dash of their own.
Yeah, you see that play a lot in softball.
Now, just gets a piece over the net and foul. That's stolen base now. Tying run moves up 2 scoring position. A hit here from McHugh could be huge.
Down 1 and 2 though, she's going to have to protect the plate. Oof.
Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here comes the wind.
Starting to gust up a little bit. 2-2 pitch. And McHugh lays off. It splits in between the catcher. Was coming down the line. Everyone's going to have to retreat back.
Yep. There's just not enough foul ball space or foul territory
Well,
here.
the thing about that is that really it didn't get a whole lot of the catcher, Ragsdale, for Fort Scott. It just went straight back to the backstop, ricocheted right back to
right back to her.
Right to her, yes. 3-2. In for a called strike 3.
Way too close to take for. That's a big strikeout right there.
And a big out, number 1 for Fort Scott. McHugh sent back. Still a chance. Now in the 9th spot. Petrick back up, 0 for 1. The ground out to short.
If I'm coaching here, I might do the safety squeeze.
Just roll it down that first base side, but Fort Scott will be ready. That's why they have the corner infielders in.
She's not showing bunt.
Going outside. Ball 1. Petrick.
Greyhounds looking for it as well. They got the corners in pretty tight.
Petrick or Cole continuing to kind of just slam the ball into her mitt. Wipes her fingers, gets the grip, and delivers a 1-0. Thought about showing bunt
Yeah, she
initially.
thought about
It
it
went
there.
around. It was in the zone anyways. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I don't know if that was, she did that on her own or if it was called by the coach. We'll see if it stays on.
I don't think the coach has said anything. I think she's just trying to be doing what her gut instinct tells her to do. But if I'm Petrick here, I'm seeing that the Greyhounds are leaving the middle wide open. I try maybe to send it out there and try and get 1 run in and leave another runner in scoring position, not wasting it out.
2-1 on the way.
Little
Slap
swinging
put
bunt.
in play on the right side.
Got to get a run home.
And they'll take the out and sacrifice a run. So we're back to a run ball game.
Did her job. She got an RBI. Let that out. Brings it down to a 1-run game again. Back to the top of the order.
Back to Bancroft, 1 for 2. Tying run 60 feet away over there at third. Low and away, swings and misses for strike 1.
Got her fooled with that breaking pitch.
Sure did.
Next one inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Cole's really been heavy on trying to go inside.
Second in the team and RBIs this season with 26.
27.
And 27 is going to come around to scores. That one stung into the gap. We are tied again at 4. Bancroft going to pull up into second base. It gets away. Thought about taking off for third. She keeps the foot on the bag and a big 2-out RBI double.
Giving the crane pose to her teammates at second base.
Why not?
Just love to watch these girls. They have so much fun playing the game.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be. It's like the kids' game.
Yeah, I know.
You can play for all ages.
Oh, she got hit by a pitch there.
Does just catch her part of the lower body, maybe
She's
the
got to go
foot or
back
the
a
shin.
second. Yeah. Can't advance on a dead ball.
We'll say wave Bancroft back as she was getting ready to take off for third. She stays put at second. West now over at first on the hit by pitch.
Looks like we may have a change here. Oh, no, wait, we got some equipment malfunction.
It has
Believe
been
so.
a tough day to be the equipment manager in the dugout, for catchers especially.
Yep.
First time, I don't remember the last time I seen
I
a
know.
whole new chest protector being brought out.
Yep.
We saw during the Johnson County game, Ryan Pinkerton was brought a whole new catcher's mask and helmet.
Yeah, I think I saw on that one with Ryan, it looked like part of the padding fell out of it. So definitely, yeah, I want a new piece of equipment for that. Looked like the padding that went into the forehead side.
It shows dancing.
Looks like a fun dugout to be in. I'm not gonna lie.
No question.
They could turn up for sure. Which is what I think they were chanting.
They certainly are, tying this ball game up after being down 2.
You can say that again. 2 in the first, 2 so far here in the fourth for Neosho.
Go ahead, run at second base.
Another spot for Easter. First pitch
That's gonna
swinging.
get down.
That's going to get down out in center. No hesitation, waving around. Bancroft comes in to score.
Neosho
West
takes the
will
lead.
move on up to third. Easter will sit tightly at first, and the Panthers are back in front.
Man, oh man. Oh, now here comes the old chest protector back.
Oh, man.
So maybe a superstition thing where
I don't know.
we brought a chest protector out, we scored a run. Either
Well,
way,
And
Matty
another
Cole's day
pitching
is
change,
over.
yeah.
Yeah, I believe that catcher's equipment at this level is probably personal equipment.
It definitely is, yes.
That's not community equipment.
Who?
Community.
Bancroft.
Number 10. Now pitching.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the fourth spot, Greyhounds.
That's gonna
Number
be
10, Natalia Sewell.
Natalia. Taking care of business up here. Natalia Sewell, we can't confirm. But she is now going to be into the game here.
It's Stanford.
The leading pitcher for Fort Scott this season.
Comes in and throws a first pitch strike.
166 total innings, her 34th appearance. A 2.02 ERA, 200 strikeouts, 42 walks. How about that number? And a whip of 1.10.
Well, it's like we talked about earlier, fellas. This is all hands on deck. You want to try and get to Spartansburg, South Carolina.
So there's 4 2/3 total. 3 2/3 total, excuse me, for Maddie Cole. Now it turns over to Sewell, who's been busy with yesterday, so we'll see what she's got left in the tank here in this game. And she comes right on and
Whoa.
that's what she's supposed to do. Oh, my
Ooh,
goodness.
just about beamed her second baseman there. Or is that the shortstop? Shortstop.
Wasn't good regardless.
Oh,
Thankfully,
man,
it missed
that
her.
just barely missed her head.
Umpires will retrieve it out in center field. We got a fun one on our hands. Panthers back in front by a run. We go bottom half of the fourth inning. Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Bolin and Dennis Drennan. Exciting one, 5-4. Neosho jumps back in front. They put up a 3 spot in the top of the fourth inning. 7-8-9 and Landa, Thompson, and Zajac due up here for the Greyhounds. Righty versus righty. The first pitch is in there, low part of the zone for strike 1.
We've got quite a ball game on our hands. It's been back and forth so far between both these teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good one.
I'd expect this energy, too, playing for a spot in the championship.
Yeah, no question. Whoever wins this one's going to be in the catbird seat for sure.
The catbird seat?
Yeah.
What is that?
You don't, I forget you guys are so young. Catbird seat is where you're sitting with a big advantage.
I usually say sitting in the driver's seat, but that works too.
I guess we're too young, Dylan.
You are.
1-2 count, has her on the ropes. Next pitch to Landa, foul tip, and into the net for foul ball. Fort Scott defeated Kansas City, Kansas, and Johnson County. While Neosho's defeated Labette and Cowley to get to this game. Our final game will be coming up here about 30 minutes after this game concludes. Our final game to wrap up Thursday action at the Lake Shawnee Softball Complex. Kansas City, Kansas, and Johnson County. We're going head-to-head to move on to the consolation finals.
Yeah,
where they'll play the loser of this game.
We'll be back here tomorrow with that action.
So will.
Nice hit.
Diving out, just can't bring it in over there at short. It leaks out into left for a base hit.
She did everything she could, just couldn't get a mid on it.
Good at bat for Lando, lead it off for Fort Scott as she's on with the single. We go to Thompson. Reached via the air, then was tagged out on to second base back in the second inning.
That's a big hit for the Greyhounds. That's the number 7 hitter.
The bottom of the order has been pretty solid today.
One ball, one strike. Thompson show bunts, now puts it up back to her shoulder. Wanted to go around, holds off, wisely so, for ball 2.
Oh, yep, they appeal, and it's official. She did not swing. Nice job of the home plate umpire to kind of get a second opinion on that. I believe he had the same idea.
He'll ask, they'll go down the line to appeal.
Well, normally the catcher will ask for an appeal.
I think in that case it was the umpire because it was a little too late for catcher to make that decision.
This one out into right, settling under it, and brings it in. Route number 1, Thompson is retired. Now patrolling out there for McHugh. And the wind has definitely died down compared to.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting the gust that we were getting earlier.
No.
That's pretty much kind of just a steady breeze now. I'll check the app when I have a minute.
We'll get our
official weather forecast here.
From our very own Dennis Drennan, in fact.
Let's stick around for the top of the 5th inning to get that weather update.
It did. It dropped another mile an hour. It's only 14.
We're going to give it to you right now.
It just couldn't wait.
Couldn't wait.
Cannot wait. It's important.
Because we've got the logistics of it, too.
This one,
That's
that's a
gonna
little
get down.
blooper out into left. Left fielder gobbles it up. Everyone advances up 60 feet, and Greyhounds got a couple runners on with one out. Prime opportunity as that tied run is in scoring position.
How about Fort Scott, one out? Trying to get back into the lead here.
And the bottom half of the order, too. So now you go back to the top with Pingle. That was huge. You get singles from your 7 and 9 hole hitters.
Yep.
Pingle working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
Definitely second-guessed herself on that first pitch.
Swinging a miss. 0-2.
Oh, badly. Same pitch.
Right to the third baseman. She goes to second, gets the out there. Runners now will be at the corners with 2 gone.
Yeah, that was really the only place you had.
Second baseman number 2, Kate Rivas.
Keeps that go-ahead runner out of scoring position.
But now you only got 1 out to work with, so I think you're really going to think knock here, unless you got some speed and you're wanting to challenge the Neosho defense, who.
Yeah, I think you're going to be swinging away here. Oh.
Gonna throw to the left of the bag, our view, right of the shortstop.
Third base side of the bag.
Yeah, there you go. Jam shot back into the net, 0-2.
Now that go-ahead run is in scoring position with 2 out.
Really just need a knock here. I'd say possibly a blooper or just something up the middle. But Neosho has been stellar defensively.
Good job spoiling that pitch, the 0-2 count.
She's got her set up here. Let's see what she brings.
Kate's trying to turn the Greyhounds away and hold on to that 1-run lead, and another one fouled off. 3 straight now.
Fouling off good pitches. Putting together a quality at bat.
Another 0-2. Hacks at that one. Graciously over the netting. Almost landing on a couple of spectators on the Fort Scott side. Good heads-up play, gentlemen.
They didn't try and catch it, so.
I just say they're all decked out over there. They've got, well, camera shot can't really see it. They got a flag in their dugout. They've got cowboy hats as well. I mean,
yeah. Man, spoiled another good pitch.
These dugouts, they look like a really good time to be in, from the volleyball, hacky sack, cowboy hats.
The chants,
flags. Listen to disco ball in a jukebox, I guess. I don't know.
Oh.
Finally, long at bat comes to an end. They're swinging a miss strikeout. Rivas is retired, and Kate's able to settle in. Leaves the Greyhounds a couple runners stranded. It stays a 5-4 game going to the 5th. First pitch strike, get things started here. Top of the 5th inning. Myers, Morris, and Howard. Getting things off for Neosho.
Good frame.
Back and forth, tight contest so far between these two squads.
Man.
Great pitch strikeout.
Wasting no time. It's the exact kind of start you want in the top half of an inning if you're a pitcher. Another K in the books for out number 1.
Now hitting the shortstop, number 13.
That was a filthy off-speed pitch there from Sewell.
This is going to be the first full inning of work for Sewell. Got the strikeout to end things in the 4th, and now starts the 5th with the strikeout. Make that now 202 total strikeouts on the year.
That breaking pitch got away from her. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Dennis, what's your approach here? 2-1.
It's a hitter's count. I'm looking for a pitch in a spot.
Time called. It's the chest protector
I
yet
think,
again.
Yeah. Man.
Padding's starting to fall apart, I believe.
Just put 2 of them on her.
Just put both on. That's your
That's
your
my
suggestion?
solution.
There you
And
go.
is that duct tape there?
I don't know what they're doing.
They really taping it all?
If you
My
can't-
guess would have to be either one of the straps is just not functioning properly, or it's
Something
broken.
not
Well,
right.
it's either that or it looks like they're at the padding, but I think they're working on the strap as well, so.
You know, this probably has to be slightly frustrating to Ragsdale too, having to
Yeah.
take these stoppages.
Yeah, you take your momentum away from your pitcher there.
Yeah,
Hopefully it's not a few $100 down the drain
that's
for the
exactly
catcher.
the point I was getting ready to get at, Dennis.
Oh, good pitch. Nice breaking ball.
So we're using the bag and a little grip on the fingertips. 2-ball, 2-strike count, looking for 3 straight strikeouts.
Outside.
One in the corner there, just a little bit outside.
So did the Greyhound fans.
Morse looking to protect on the 3-2, puts it in play. Third baseman gobbles it up over to first. Got her by about a half step for out number 2.
That was nicely done by the third baseman there, because that ball was cued off the end of the bat, and let me tell you, that has a lot of spin on it.
Yeah, so not only do you have to worry about the spin, it's
Yeah.
also not coming out with a lot of velocity either.
No.
So you got to worry about.
You got to charge and worry about handling the spin.
That's exactly it.
And also when you're about to throw, just gripping the ball to how you feel like, where you can have a comfortable throw over to first quickly, which she was 50-50 on pace, but also making sure that she got it there in time.
One skied into the air. That might land in the bleachers. We'll see. It
Just
gets
passed.
over us. So if it does, we'll hear it, possibly even feel it. One on the way. Swing and a miss.
Had her fooled on that breaking pitch.
Sewell 1 strike away.
Mhm. 2 strikes. She's gonna have to try and protect the plate here. Try and find a way to get on.
Another one hit over left side. And over to
Nicely
first
done.
in time. Now making it back-to-back putouts for Wilhelm over there in the hot corner. Your score after
5.
right now. It's a 5-4 ball game.
6th inning stretch.
I guess we come out of break. 5-4 ball game. The tight one. Panthers on top. You know, usually when I get a phone handed to me or a broadcast, it usually means that something's wrong. No. It's further definition of the catbird seat for you and I.
From our very own Dennis Drennan.
There you go, boys.
It's an idiomatic phrase used to describe a valuable position offered in terms of having the upper hand or greater advantage in any type of dealing.
That's crushed and foul.
And foul.
Told you.
I never once said I doubted you. I just.
Oh, but you thought the old man was senile.
Well.
Not quite yet.
It's that in fair territory over to third. That's now 3 straight.
Good job.
Put out their scene over there at the hot corner, too, for Fort Scott. And that one is in there. Paisley is retired here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
See, it's also a learning experience for you young fellas. You learned a vocabulary word today.
All my time and doing these games with you, I learn something new every day. That's definitely, that's true.
Oh, nice play.
On a line over there to Myers, and quickly Ragsdale is sent back to the dugout. 2 up, 2 down, go the Greyhounds.
Yeah, that was headed down the line into extra base territory, too.
Now batting the right fielder, number 4, Ali Hans.
It's the way that this game goes sometimes. You can hit it right on the screws and that's somebody, and sometimes you can barely just get a piece of it, and it's a little blooper that gets out for a hit.
Yep.
I think that's what makes it so beautiful and so.
It's a beautiful game.
Just so, how can you not be romantic about it? One of my favorite lines are Billy Bean in the movie Moneyball. I know we're talking about baseball there, but softball, I lump that in there too.
Well, it's the only sport, baseball, in the world where you can make millions of dollars a year for failing 70% of the time.
It's true.
I saw another quote from Mickey Mantle the other day.
Yeah.
We're talking about, he played 17 years, I think it was. And he said, out of those 17 years, he said, I went 7 years without a hit. And he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the hardest things to do is to hit a round ball with a round bat squarely.
That is a fact.
I don't think they had a minor leagues back then.
I doubt it. Looking for the 3 up, 3 down inning is Kate, still on to work at it. Spoiling that pitch off his hands, the right fielder. Working on just a 1-for-1 day. Got on with a walk back in the 3rd and singled in the 1st. Came around to score. One, 2 on the way. Borderline, just off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Be beautiful for Neosho to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3 in order. With a decent one-run lead. But I know Fort Scott's probably going to be hungry to try and tie it up sooner rather than later.
Oh, nice stop. Might as well put it in your pocket.
Not going to be in time.
Yeah, you don't want to aggravate that with a bad throw.
I think that almost did the splits over there as
She did.
well as West.
But nice
Great
work.
effort nonetheless.
Yeah, no question.
How about the catcher going over there to back her up?
Now hitting number 21, Caroline Wilhelm.
Yeah, you see that a lot with these softball girls. They back up every play and they hustle.
It's a very fast-paced game. That's you got to match the tempo of.
Yep.
Yep.
1 for 2 with a double today as well.
That's down the
And
line.
that's going to go all the way down. It's a fair ball. Are they going to waver around
gonna
it?
send her.
Will.
That's going to
Coming in, his hands head first slide. She's in safe.
they
We
got her
might
in a
have
pickle.
another pickle here. Trying to go
Yeah,
back
they
to
got her.
second, and the tag is on. And again, the Greyhounds run themselves out of an inning. They at
Yeah.
least get the tying run to come across.
But that was a go-ahead run. She just made another base running blunder.
That's definitely a little bit questionable. Now,
Well,
after five innings, our score
I think
tied up at 5. Actually, let me get that one's on me. Don't you sweat that one. That one is on me.
Yeah, right before we went to break there, fellas,
Yes.
we saw the Greyhounds coach go out and talk to the umpire, and I think what had happened was the runner came in and said she missed me. And I'll be honest with you, it looked like it was close because the ball was on the turf, but I couldn't see if she actually applied the tag, but
Okay.
she was called out. Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, if the ball beats you back to a base, they're going to call you out.
Yeah, you definitely saw
Oh.
Wilhelm trying to plead her case.
Hit her in the helmet.
You know, that's the most fired up and that I have seen anyone after taking a pitch to the helmet for McHugh,
Yeah,
and that's why we wear them.
exactly. That's what you call taking one for the team.
Number 4, Jessica Patrick.
Lance Lynn would just take that with his cap on. Yeah.
Now the umpires are having a meeting.
There was nothing intentional there.
They're going to call her safe there. I think it was
Well,
more.
The other thing they could be looking at is if she ducked her head into the pitch to take it, and I think that's what they were talking about there.
And that's what we were just talking about up here as well.
Oh, if you guys remember in the World Series, well, you don't remember, you weren't even born yet. Yeah, Reggie Jackson was playing in the World Series, and he got a breaking pitch on the inside part of the plate, and he stuck his knee out to get hit.
I mean, I know what play you're talking about, but
Yeah.
how are we supposed to remember something that happened before we remember?
Yeah, I know. Well, you've seen it on Sports Center. You guys watch
yeah.
Sports Center, don't you?
Yeah.
Not a lot of Reggie Jackson moments on there lately.
Hey, the age gap, it's really starting to show, and especially in
Isn't it?
this third game. We were going fine the first two. Now here in the third, I mean, we got a great tie ball game, top of the 6th inning. Winner moving on to the championship round. You know,
Yeah, great game.
it's been a great day of action. They still got one more to go as well. Kansas City, Kansas versus Johnson County. That'll be our 4th and final game here on this, what's been a beautiful and slightly gusty Thursday.
Nice bunt.
Right in front of the plate, textbook.
Yep.
Beating it up the line. You could not place that bunt any better.
No, that was really well done.
Now batting beginning the 4th
That
round
was
to the Panthers lineup. Number 14,
nice.
Brindley Bancroft.
Nobody out.
Whoa.
They
What?
said she left too. Wow.
She left too early. Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna send her back because I think it was a dead ball after the
At number 4, Jessica Patrick.
at the force out.
So it stays 1 ball, 2 strike count. Puts it in play out there in left. And Petrick will not reach on base after all, and the McHugh will stay put at first.
That was a little confusing. I'm not sure what happened there.
Was it because she was out of the box?
Well, no, he didn't call her out. He just sent her back to the first base. So I'm not sure if it was time called or a dead ball or something.
Fourth time through the order. Bancroft now back in for Neosho. Had a double back in the fourth. It came around to score. He also had a single and scored back in the first, putting together a nice game. Swings at this one, over there at third, going to second for one. Not going to be in time over at first.
Got that lead runner, though. Keep that go-ahead run out of scoring position.
Now batting number 3, Emma West.
Two for two day for West. Just a pair of singles. Runner still at first. Show bunt, pulls away. Get into the later parts of this game, still tied at 5. Panthers put 2 across in the first and 3 in the fourth. And the Greyhounds had 3 in the first, 1 in the third, 1 in the fifth. As now we got the Kansas City, Kansas, and Johnson County players and teams starting to show up behind their respective dugouts, taking in this game. And the winner of that Johnson County and Kansas City, Kansas game will take on the loser of this game right here. And still a lot to be decided.
Another thing you don't want to do for Fort Scott is you're focusing on the runner too much.
Going and throw on a bounce, not going to be in time. It's going to be a stolen base for Bancroft.
Go ahead runs in scoring position now. 3-1 count.
If you're Sewell, you got to dial in.
Looks like the Cavaliers are going to the visitor side again. They must not be having much luck with coin tosses.
Well, I mean, the Fort Scott's currently there, and they're the home team.
Corner, wow.
Beautiful.
Big strikeout.
West is turned away, and it stays.
Now the Greyhounds going to try and put up a run and hold on.
Bottom of the 6th inning, and for Fort Scott, they can play to run across, and they have a chance to close it out and move on to the championship round in the top of the 7th inning.
Oh, nice
and
hit.
a lead-off single as it goes right back up the middle, just whistling by the mitt of Cates inside the circle. It's exactly the kind of start you wanted for the Greyhounds, and again, 7-8-9 duo. That's back-to-back singles for Landa.
I think we're going to get a courtesy runner here.
Number 5, Katie Thompson.
And we will.
Attention, please. Now pinch running at first, number 15, Jaden Lorsher.
Jaden Lorcher will come in and pinch run, the 5'3" freshman. Feeling at home from Fort Scott, Kansas.
See if they put anything on here. Nope.
That one gets out into right. That's going to get bobbled out there near around the corner, and they'll hold them up.
Wisely done by the Greyhounds there. You don't want to run yourself out of an inning.
And with nobody out too, yeah, I think Neosho is making a pitching change here.
Lorscher will hold up over there at third, and Thompson will pull up with a double, her first hit of the game. And this could be it for Cates potentially. Again, I think maybe might be inclined to just leave her in there, maybe trying to battle it out. This doesn't look like kind of move to try to bring her out. There is an arm warming up for him in the bullpen.
Well, I'm sure she's talking strategy too. We'll see how the infield lines up, if they're going to play in to try and keep that run from scoring at third.
And it's Brenly Solano, number 12, that's warming up. So it looks like she's going to be the one they're going to go to, the freshman out of Norris High School in Hickman, Nebraska. But for right now, this is Cates' jam to try to work out off a leadoff single and a double. Have
And the infield playing back.
a pair of go-ahead runs in scoring position, and a first pitch strike rifled in to Zajac, the designated player, 1 for 2 with a single back in the 4th inning. This one popped up in the air, not going to be deep enough for anyone to advance. Shortstop brings it in right near the edge.
It's a big out.
It is a big out indeed, but you still got 2 more to go, and fourth's got some pretty dangerous positions here. So
Yeah, if you get a ground ball at you on the left side, you got to look that runner back.
Now back to the top of the order we go with Pingle. They're working on that 1 for 2 day, a strikeout in the second, a single in the first, and coming around to score. Fouled this one off into the net and quickly behind 0-2.
Strikeout would be huge right here. 0-2.
Left side,
Foul ball.
Foul ball.
Ooh, boy, that was close.
Lorscher is ready to run down the line to come in to score. Have to hold up there a little bit longer, still an 0-2 count. Good little battle going on here, Pingle and Cates.
how they're wanting to give in here. A huge at bat for both teams.
1-2 now.
Tried to get her to chase the off-speed stuff. She laid off.
Delivers again, almost coming inside and hitting her. Wanted that pitch was Cates.
Yeah, she did.
Not going to get it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two. Good battle here, working the count full.
Now this is a really big point in the game here. Full count. I want to load the bases here.
What's it at plate?
Oh,
That's
right down the
fair
line.
ball down the line.
That's going to plate 2.
And just like that, Pingle comes through with the big hit, a 2 RBI double. And the Greyhounds up by multiple runs. It's a 2-run lead, 7-5. And looking to add on more, still only 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Big hit right there.
And how about it? Had to battle back from an 0-2 count.
Yeah, she did.
And hits a steamer down the line. I mean, absolutely beautiful at bat there. You couldn't ask for better.
Just kept fouling off, laying off pitches, not chasing. A very disciplined at bat for Pingle, and it pays off in the end as she brings 2 in to score. He was looking to add on. Good cut, just can't connect. 0-2. Before we go to the top of the 7th, Neosho, they're going to be down to their final 3 outs, trying to avoid going to the backside. This one out into center, bringing it in. Avoiding the second baseman as well. There's out number 2.
It's a good job by the center fielder because it's much easier to catch a ball coming in on it than it is going back.
Number 3, Julia Paisley.
Pitch for Paisley. One of the only Greyhounds hasn't had a hit in this game. 0 for 3, a pair of groundouts and a flyout. They really put a big emphasis on this game. She can get a hit, get that run to come home, bolster that lead up to 3. Going into the top of the 7th. The Panthers, they will have the middle part of their order coming up in 3, 4, and 5. Will be important to keep in mind.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Well, for the most part, Natalia Sewell, the collaborative effort of Maddie Cole, they've kept that part of the Neosho lineup in check. Oh, heads up, base running out. The throw gets away. Kate throws it away. Coming down the line to score.
Wow.
Unreal. Pingle steals third. Cates throws it away. And that big insurance run does come around for the Greyhounds. They have an 8-5 lead.
That could be the straw that broke the back right
Cowboy hats are out. They're boogieing. It looks like a little old honky-tonk in there. Insane. This one put out into the outfield. That's gone. When it rains, it pours.
Here come the Greyhounds.
Right on cue, that 0 for 3 day, no more. Paisley, a solo shot, puts it over the fence, and the Greyhounds can smell it.
And I was thinking to myself,
Put
she's
the hat
definitely
on.
due
There
for
you go.
one. She's definitely due for a big hit.
She delivered.
Now it's going to be all she wrote for Cates.
Now pitching for the Neosho Panthers, Camry Knapp.
So they went with a different arm in the bullpen.
Yes, they did. Camry Naff, number 42, the freshman, Chanute, Kansas, local kid, Chanute High School. And in a tough position right now, just trying to get the third and final out. And things have gone from bad to worse here for the Panthers in the bottom of the 6th inning. What was once a tied game at 5 apiece. And now all of a sudden the wheels have come off a 4-spot put up by Fort Scott. And the Greyhounds in the driver's seat of going on to the championship round.
Don't jinx anything yet, Dylan.
Just said they're in the driver's seat.
Catbird.
True.
The catbird. That's you beat me to it.
Putting up to the plate, number 9, Avery Dragsdale.
Dragsdale 1 for 3 on the day.
Good pitch.
Fort Scott, they don't look done yet. They look like they want to add more on here.
You can never have too many runs in this game. Naff looking to put her away here, ahead in the count 1-2. Here's the next pitch. Inside, 2-2.
I love Neosho staying positive here.
trying to rally behind. This one slapped and fouled. Three in the first, one in the third, one in the fifth, and four in the bottom of the sixth inning for Fort Scott. The Panthers are going to need at least four in the top half of the seventh to keep this game going, or potentially more to take the lead and try to close it out in the bottom half.
This is quite the battle here. Another full count situation for Fort Scott to put another runner on base.
Full count, next pitch on the way, put in play. West over there at third, over to first. In time, damage done. Greyhounds put up a 4 spot and are 3 outs away from moving on to the championship round. Can they close it out? Find out next. Panthers down to their last 3 outs, trying to avoid going to the consolation side of the bracket. Easter, Stainbrook, and Myers, the 3 due up for them. Still out there with Natalia Sewell. And first pitch swinging, take it in, across the way, in time, throw a little bit offline, but able to reach out and snag it over there at first base. Well, there's out number 1. That's Landa still over there at first.
Now the catcher, number 17, Braxton Stainbrook.
Fort's got your 2 outs away, but just make sure Neosho doesn't have any last inning magic
this one
here.
Just off the end of the bat and stayed up enough to run it down out there and left. Stainbrook is retired. 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Down to their last out.
Fort Scott 1 out away, not only to moving on to the championship round, but also upsetting number 1 and number 2 on the way. Defeating Johnson County 9-6. Have a 9-5 lead here over number 2, Neosho County.
That's impressive. Take out the 1 and 2 seeds.
And I think I said before this tournament, any one of these top 4 seeds could be a favorite, but we didn't expect the 3 seed themselves to be scorching hot here, defeating numbers 1 and 2. I mean, Fort Scott's been on a roll recently, and the conference has taken notice.
Yeah, you want to know how tough this conference has been all year? This tournament's been a perfect example of it. Up the middle, off the glove of Sewell, trying to run it down in time. Toss over to first, not going to be in time.
That's a nice try by the second baseman.
So Myers is on. Pressure still on for Neosho. That's going to bring Morris up next.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 13, Ansley Morris.
Try to go for that outside corner, just
a bit outside, I guess.
to get the call, yeah.
Pitch just high, 2 balls, no strikes.
Not the same location.
Myers 1 for 3, a single in the first, flew out in the third, and struck out in the fifth. I'll make it 3 straight balls to start this at bat. Howard, the second baseman, on deck currently for Neosho. Hoping she can come up, get a chance at bat. Next pitch on the way, breaking into the zone. That's strike 1.
And that's the pitch you needed if you're Sewell. Fall behind 3-0. Just get a quick strike in there. Now you got to battle. You got to
really be confident in that breaking ball to throw it into 3 and don't count.
Did she go around? She did not. There's the umpire down the first base line. So a single and a walk. Still keeping hope alive for Neosho.
Number 8, Laney Howard.
Looks like we're going to have circle visit here.
Dennis, you're the coach here, walking out in this particular meeting. Your team up 9-5. You're 2 outs away. What are you saying?
I'm telling them those two base runners don't mean anything. Concentrate and just get it out.
That's exactly it. Those 2 runners on board right now do not necessarily matter. Focus on the one at the plate.
Exactly.
Howard digs in, takes the first pitch, just outside for ball 1. Also a 1 for 3 day for Howard. Had a single in the fourth, came around to score on it. Ragsdale, good job keeping that right close to her, not allowing those runners to advance up an extra 60 feet. 2 balls, no strike to count.
Yeah. Fouled straight back.
They hold on for the win. This will be the first win that Fort Scott will have against these Panthers in 2024. They lost both games to them in the regular season. 5-1, 12-10. This one
That's
out into the outfield. It's a slow roller. It's going to be cut off by the center fielder. It's going to play 1. And it'll be cut off there by Landa. But a big RBI double in the bottom half of the order for Howard.
And guess what, folks? That brings the tying run to the plate.
They only got 1 out to spare, so.
Number 11, Carson McHugh.
You see Neosho's coach is really telling her hitter here to just be selective, be patient.
He was hit by a pitch last time up.
Not sure what
we got going on here. Gonna bring in a pinch hitter.
I believe she is, yeah.
Yeah, they're looking for someone. We'll see who's it going to be, who they're going to bring out. How about a big spot? If you're looking to bring in a pinch hitter here, imagine in this particular spot.
We did see it last game with Allen, I believe.
Ian like that.
Good sportsmanship there.
Getting a nice pep talk from the Q as she goes back into the dugout. And it's gonna be Molly Proper, number 10, a freshman at Yates Center High School in Yates Center, Kansas.
Number 10, Molly Proper.
All right, freshman, you come to the plate. 2 outs, top of the 7th, team down by 3. You represent the tie and run. What can you do? Takes the first pitch he sees from Sewell down the middle for strike 1.
There's definitely a lot of nerves heading into this at-bat. I mean, this is a big opportunity for her, Dennis.
Oh, no question, especially being a freshman. Good
take there. saw it on the outside corner. You know it's not really been called today. You take advantage of it. Even this count.
Proper spits on that one as well. 2 balls, 1 strike. This is the 9th at-bat of the season for Molly Proper.
Holy cow. Well, the coach has seen something, or she wouldn't pinch hit her in this situation.
She does have 3 hits, 2 of those being home runs, 6 RBIs. So it's like their weapon X. They're saving her for this moment. Down to their final strike, though.
And she's got to protect the plate.
We have seen a lot of freshmen. I go back to that Allen game with Bailey Campbell that hadn't pitched this season until yesterday, and now a chance here from Molly Proper. Swings and misses. Sewell able to close it out for the Greyhounds. And Fort Scott holds on to win this one 9-6 as they move on to the championship round. Upsets at number 1 and the number 2 seeds in the tournament in back-to-back games. The Greyhounds are red hot.
There's no question about it. I mean, wow, what a game from Fort Scott. It was a tie ball game going into the last inning. They knew they had to take care of business there, put up a 4 spot in the bottom of the 6th, and then only letting up 1 for Neosho to let them think they have some momentum back, but then shutting the door there. Great win by the Greyhounds. We'll see them in the championship.
Yeah, that's going to be terrific. Look forward to them, covering them more. They're going to be playing again tomorrow at 2 o'clock, so they're going to have time off a little bit. Meanwhile, for Neosho, that now will put them over in the consolation side of the bracket, and they will take on the winner of this game that will be coming up next in about 30 minutes or so. Johnson County and Kansas City, Kansas, the Cavaliers and the Blue Devils. So the slate for tomorrow will start off at noon, just like we did today and yesterday, right in with the consolation finals. So we know Neosho County is going to be in that game. Who will they be playing? We'll know that by the end of tonight. And then the winner of that game will go on to face these Fort Scott Greyhounds in Game 1 of the championship round. If Fort Scott wins that game, they punch their ticket to Spartansburg. If they lose, then we go to a sudden death game on Saturday, May 11th. That also will have a noon start here where it will be winner takes all. You cannot ask for any more here at the NJCAA Region 6 Division II softball tournament. We'll step aside. We'll have some final stats and lines for you coming up next. An excellent game. One more to go and 3 down for us here. We're glad everyone's been able to join us all afternoon. Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Bolin and Dennis Drennan. And the Greyhounds punching their ticket to the championship round. They take this game 9-6 against Neosho County. For Fort Scott, 9 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left on base. And for Neosho, 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, 8 left on base. And Dennis, I'll turn it over to you. Just your final thoughts on this game and about Fort Scott going on to the championship round as the 4 seed and in back-to-back games knocking off number 1 seed Johnson County and now number 2 seed Neosho.
Well, you know, in a tournament situation, it's usually a team that gets hot. And Fort Scott has been extremely hot. They've taken out the number 1 and number 2 seeds. And we'll talk a little bit about, we talked about what it's like getting on that backside of the bracket. Well, now you have the 1 and 2 seeds battling each other to try and get back to you, and then they have to beat you twice.
That's it. Yep, it's one of the unique positions that you find in these kind of double elimination tournaments, and that's going to be exciting to see. And Brendan will preview a little bit this game that's coming up next. Johnson County and Kansas City, Kansas, 2 crosstown rivals. They just played each other about maybe a week ago, exactly, or just 6 days ago at Kansas City, Kansas, and they split that doubleheader there. That last one, Kansas City, Kansas getting the better of the Cavaliers. A 1-0 rare shutout of that powerful Johnson County offense, and they're coming in here today again. Both of these teams backs against the wall. Loser goes home, winner goes on to take on Neosho for a chance to get back into the championship match against Fort Scott.
I mean, both these teams are really firing on all cylinders. They both have really good pitching. Their defense has been really solid. Although Johnson County, they had that shaky start to start off, but they've been really solid all season. So now, with the backs against the wall, everything to play for, I mean, it's definitely it's a winner-go-home scenario for both these teams, and I don't think neither of them want to go home, but It means especially more with it being a crosstown rivalry here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what more you can ask for. It's the rubber match between these two on the season. They've each have won 1 game apiece. Your rivals, and you're playing at this stage in the Region 6 tournament. Winner goes, you can win the game. Not only do you send your rival home, and you also punch your ticket onto the consolation finals. We cannot wait to bring it to you. Again, that game is going to be starting in about 25-30 minutes or so right here on the JCCC Athletics YouTube page. You want to thank everyone that's been joining us all day long. 3 down, 1 more to go. First pitch will be close to 7 o'clock. I know we're running about an hour late, but that's just the way tournament softball works out. We've had a lot of great ones. Can't wait to see what the nightcap has in store. Alongside Bolin, Drennan, I'm Funk. We'll see you at the start of our 4th and final game. Cavaliers and Blue Devils coming up next.